the party of racists keeps having text and chats uncovered. So now this Paul Ingrassia, however you say his name, now he has withdrawn his nomination. The nomination was going to be to lead the Office of Special Counsel. Okay. He is withdrawn because his racist chats and his claiming himself as a Nazi in the chats, they were uncovered. And so he withdrawn. But he's still a part of this administration. No one's shocked about that. This is the party of racists. It's proved over and over again. The group was called Young Republicans. They weren't called Young Democrats. CK, for those of y'all who disagree, that's okay. I happen to be black, and so he would be concerned if I was a pilot. I wonder why, but that's not racist. Anyway, or I forgot. My brain doesn't have the processing power. So Paul tweeted and said, quote, I will be withdrawing myself from Thursday's HSGAC hearing to lead the Office of Special Counsel because, unfortunately, I do not have enough Republican votes at this time. I appreciate the overwhelming support that I have received throughout this process and will continue to serve President Trump and this administration to make America great again with an exclamation point, end quote. But you know what's interesting? They said only 3 to 5 people would not have voted him through, while the Democrats obviously would have been a complete no, every single Democrat, but not every single Republican. Let me tell you why that matters. This guy, for one, was already in trouble from a separate thing. It says, Politico reported from earlier this month revealed he had been investigated by the Department of Homeland Security. The investigation took place after he allegedly canceled the hotel reservation of a female colleague before a work trip and told her that they would share a room. Politico noted that the woman filed a complaint against Ingrassia and later retracted it. He denied any wrongdoing. Now, some of his racist chats that he had were just completely gross. Here are just some of the things that he had to say. Quote, MLK Jr. was the 1960s George Floyd, and his holiday should be ended and tossed into the seventh circle of hell where it belongs, end quote. Now, he also used an Italian slur for black people. I don't even know how to say it, but it says, quote, MOULIGNON, whatever that word is, holidays, from Kwanzaa to MLK Jr. Day to Black History Month to Juneteenth. Every single one needs to be eviscerated. In May of 2024, the group was bantering about a Trump campaign staffer who'd been hired in Georgia and was working on outreach to minority voters. That's interesting. When Ingrassia suggested she didn't show enough deference to the founding fathers being white, according to the chat. Quote, Paul belongs in the Hitler Youth with, and I'm not going to mess up that name again, Steve Bannon, unquote. The first participant in the chat wrote, referring to the parliamentary rank in Nazi Germany, the Republican strategist. Quote, I do have a Nazi streak in me from time to time. I will admit it, unquote. That was from Ingrassia. That was his response. Then in January 2024, he said this about Vivek Ramaswamy, quote, never trust a Chinaman or an Indian, unquote. Never. In all capital letters, he put that as another quote. And then another quote, this one he was claiming that Republicans, he was explaining why some Republicans feel that Democrats make black people into victims. Quote, blacks behave that way because that's their natural state. You can't change them. Proof? All of Africa is a shithole and will always be that way, unquote. In another statement, Ingrassia at first remarked the Georgia operative should, quote, read a book if she's able to on George Washington and America's founding, unquote. And in another message, Ingrassia posted an image of paintings showing several founding fathers, including Washington, John Adams, and Alexander Hamilton, into the chat, reading, quote, "We should celebrate white men in Western civilization, and I will never back down from that," unquote. I'm not even going to go on with the rest of some of the quotes that he stated, but it is very clear where he stood. And I can tell you that as of right now, he still has his job in the administration. It's not like he's going away. So, fine, he backed out of this one, but he still has a job working with this administration. Does it really matter? That seems to be something that is like a requirement. He has allegations about sexual misconduct and racism. He fits in.